Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is Engineer Ibrahim Alburshaid from National Space Science Agency. Today with my colleague Professor Mohab Mangoud from the University of Bahrain. We are going to present our paper under the title Developing Data Parameters Imagery from Satellite Remote Sensing Imagery using Deep Learning. Many thanks go for the both entities, which is National Space Science Agency and University of Bahrain, for the help and support that give us the opportunity to achieve this work. Moreover, I would like to thanks for the Minicom 2021 for give us this opportunity to be part of this valuable conference. Let's start. Before I going in depth in our work, I would like to highlight this paper contribution in order to allow you to follow what's we are going exactly to achieve regarding this paper. At first, the first contribution is how to deal with the satellite imagery. It's not a simple imagery, it's a captured imagery from around 800 kilometers. Secondly, we are going to show you how we develop a framework to detect the data parametry using artificial intelligence. Third is how to implement the proposed solution, and finally to evaluate the proposed solution. Therefore, the problem statement was formulated based on three pillars, which are lack of modern technology in agricultural application. Secondly, is the information gap, and finally, it's the deficiency of technical know-how to deal with the remote sensing imagery and how to ingest or integrate the deep learning in solving the problem in our hand. The study area is part of northern governorate of the Kingdom of Bahrain, located on the north and west of it. This study area was chosen because of the majority of agriculture in Bahrain is located in this area. The total study area is size is around like 116, which representing almost 15% of the whole kingdom land territory. Why date palm trees? Because for the decade, the date palm trees has played an important, crucial socio-economic roles in the Bahrain. It's one of the Bahrain most important agriculture crops and one of the most profitable as well. Furthermore, palm trees have proven to be valuable contribution to food security through the history, particularly in the Middle East, where just a few plant species can thrive. Palm trees give us a lot of benefits, such as it's increase the income of Bahrainis regarding because they are selling the date palm, and give us also the smoothing the weather and others, as you can see in the image in front of you. The methodology concept behind our work is to transform raw satellite imagery to a classified image. We have each date parameter is representing our raw material by 11 pixels in row and columns. So we need to detect this parameters within this very short area size. Traditionally, remote sensing technique was used statistical models such as support victim machine, decision trees, and maximum likelihood. But due to the revolution and the BC specifications and deep learning technique and and as well as the algorithm on hands. There is a huge, very huge revolution in this area. So before we used to define the object that we need to detect by feature engineering each features in order to give the algorithm insight about how to detect this object. But now we only need to feed the algorithm by sample data, and the model can learn from this data and to build the feature by its own, and detect the need and detect the bounds in consequence. The methodology, in short, as you can see, is starting from raw satellite imagery to, at the end, will end on the Palm tree database. This database at the bottom of this slide, it can be considered as a backbone of a variety of applications. So you can build a lot of application based on this database. Um, we use the satellite imagery in order to collect the samples, then to prepare these samples and make it ready to feed feed and train the models. Then once we have the model, we validate and evaluate the models. Once we satisfied with the result, we execute the model to detect the the palm trees in our area of interest. Uh, Here we collect around 4,000 date palm trees manually digitized from satellite imagery by dots, and then we applied the buffer in order to maximize or to give to, to maximize this dot to be like a circle around each palm trees. This circle will be used to feed the deep learning model, and teach uh, to teach how each palm tree is represented in this model. We used the mask regional based convolution neural network in order to detect the date palm trees. It is one of the state of art CNN architecture that can be used. That can be used in order to detect and to detect the date palm trees. I think it's built on 2017, and it's one of the most suitable architecture that can be used for detecting the date palm trees. Um, so we fine tune a lot of parameter, as you can see it, from for 5 iteration in order to find the best accuracy, which is the run number 3, and the accuracy will be, it is around 90%. Once we achieve this accuracy, we satisfied, and it's take around 4 hours and 33 minutes to train the models. Once we're satisfied with the accuracy, we have chosen 4 different area with different characteristics, such as mixed area, irregular and regular plantation, and residential area. So we want to see how what's the performance of this model in 4 different areas in order to make conclusion how what's the is there any like fluctuation of in the performance between area to area. And we found that based by applying the three equation on your left hand in order to stand over the performance. We find the model that we generate is good to detect the date palm trees in the plantation area and mixed area. However, in residential area, give us like not low. We cannot say it's low. It's good, but we missed some to detect date palm trees in the residential area. We apply the model on the whole northern governorate, and we achieved to detect the date palm trees with the X and Y coordination. And then as you can see in your right hand, we can visualize the result, how it's perfectly delineate each date palm trees in the area of interest. Mapping the result from the deep learning model, we map the result based on the location. We have around 40 governorate zone in the northern governorate, and we find the zone number 29, which is Al Janabi, have the most number of date palm trees, and we make like land use land cover classification to add an additional attribute per each date palm trees to classify what's the type of land use this palm trees is located on. For example, is this palm trees is located on barren land or built-up area or cultivated area, such as on. So, as a conclusion, we find the integration between deep learning and GIS has proven its usefulness and ability to monitor the agriculture area using satellite imagery. There are a huge opportunities to integrate artificial intelligence remote sensing GIS technique to fill the information gap with regard to agriculture. The proposed solution is feasible, worth to be implemented, and Bahrain for detecting not only palm trees but any other object. So you can monitor you can use this methodology to monitor any other object in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Finally, I would like to thank everyone at this conference, and special thanks for the organization committee of the Minicom. Thank you.